Hong Kong is the most vibrant and densely populated city in the world. With its population steadily rising, the need for housing has outpaced the supply unlike anywhere else in the world. This imbalance has resulted in skyrocketing property prices and rent, making it increasingly difficult for residents to afford decent living conditions. But why is that happening? There are multiple reasons for this. Number one, limited land development. Number two, stringent government regulations. And number three, slow housing supply. All those conditions mixed together have resulted in the terrible crisis that Hong Kong is currently facing. In this video, we are going to explore the complexities of this housing crisis and the impact that it has on the residents. Hello, how are you? For Ivan, right?
Yeah, Ivan, yeah.
Perfect. So guys, I'm heading to Quarry Bay.
Okay.
Yes, and I got picked up in a beautiful black Tesla here. And I'm heading to this place called the Monster Building. It's a huge place that has inspired a lot of movies, including the Transformers. There are over 10,000 people that live in that building. It's like a collection of 5 different buildings. And it started when Chinese from mainland China immigrated to Hong Kong, and due to the housing crisis, they built that humongous place. People live there in very difficult conditions. I tried to reach out to someone who lives there, but he did not respond. So I'm hoping I'm able to find someone who's kind enough to let me visit the inside of the building. So let's see what happens. If it's your first time on the channel, please kindly subscribe, press that like button. Let's go to Quarry Bay. Do you know where the Monster Building is?
I don't know. You say that the Transformer.
Yeah, I know they filmed a part of the movie.
Yeah, but I don't know where is it.
You don't know where the building is?
Yeah, I don't know where is the building.
No?
No, I don't know. Sorry.
Okay.
Monster building.
You don't like the Tesla?
Yeah, because so many now.
Oh. But when you...
Same model.
Oh, the same model.
Look like the same.
Yeah. But does it drive very well? You save a lot of money on gas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because no more gas station for you.
No more gas, yeah. No more gas fee.
Yeah. You charge it when you get home at night?
One day, one time. One time.
One time, okay.
Yeah.
And do you like living here in Hong Kong?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you traveled anywhere else? Have you gone to mainland China?
Family too. I go to East Asia. Also.
What country?
Thailand, Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
These two places.
Do you like Japan? I've never been there.
It's my favorite place.
Japan is your favorite place?
Yeah.
Why?
Why? It's very modern.
Ah, Seoul. I was in Seoul, South Korea. It's very modern too.
No. I hate Korea.
Really?
Yeah, because I think the city is very dirty.
I thought it was very clean.
No, if you travel to the metro, the metro is. Oh,
It smells.
yes, smell the best smell.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So Japan is next level.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like Japan.
Why you don't want to go there? To mainland China, Shanghai, all these big cities.
Yeah, also big city, but they always bad weather.
They what?
Bad weather.
Bad weather. Okay. Do you like China? Because I'm asking because I know there's a battle between Hong Kong and mainland China. They're trying to control this area more and more and more.
Yeah.
So how do you feel as a resident of Hong Kong about that?
I don't. No freedom.
No freedom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because in Hong Kong before
Yeah.
you talk anything is okay.
Yes.
But now,
No more freedom.
yeah.
Give me one example.
One example,
Yeah.
I don't know how to
Explain it.
explain that.
Yeah. Okay. But you want China to leave Hong Kong alone?
If the government 點講好咧？唔識講呢。I don't. Also, I cannot explain.
Okay. All right. So when I arrived at the area, mostly known as the Monster Building, because it features this humongous building that houses countless numbers of people. So guys, over the years, many members of the press and YouTubers have come in the area in order to document this building that is unlike anywhere else in the globe. As a result, the people who live here are absolutely tired of people walking around with the cameras filming their living quarters. As a result, it is more and more difficult to have access to this building. But I still went in order to see if I'll get lucky and meet somebody who may grant me access. Before I arrived in Hong Kong, I reached out to someone who actually lives in the building who has made a documentary about the cage homes. See, the rent is so expensive here that often you will pay for just a few square meters. So people are living in these tiny coffin-like units that features literally just a bed, and then your kitchen and all the other quarters is shared by multiple people. I wanted to see it, so I went to the area. Guys, I made it to my destination. It was a good 15 minutes drive from Mong Kok, where my hotel is located at. So behind me is the building called Yik Chow Building. And you can see you have about 10,000 people that live in this building. And this is mostly known for the huge number of people that live cramped inside of the building. Now the locals, apparently there's been a lot of people coming here to film and record, and they're not very happy about that. So needless to say, I'm getting a little bit of, looks I hear. But that doesn't deter a good YouTuber now, does it? Let's go. Let's go find out what this is all about. I got somebody's information that lives here, but unfortunately he did not respond to me. So I'm gonna have to be respectful, and hopefully I can meet somebody maybe that will let me film here. My understanding is that everything here is right here. They don't need to go anywhere. So they have stores underneath. You see the medical supplies, and then people just leave all there in these buildings. Laundry room, any kind of medical service you need, restaurants, anything is right here and available for you. You see there's a barber shop right there. Everything is here. So the unique thing that's particular about this location is the availability of everything just right there in one location.
你唔識聽啊？
係啊，
哦，
我福建啊，
福建人。
福建人
你喺呢度住咗幾耐啊？
嚟幾年咯，幾年咯。
40年有冇？
冇
30年。
差唔多
She's lived there for 30. She's lived here for 30 years.
30 years. Okay.
係咪呢座樓啊？
So guys, I'm trying to get some information. It's difficult to get inside. Security won't let me in. I was lucky to meet this gentleman here, who's been super helpful. $500,000.
400 square foot.
400 square foot.
Yeah, 400 square foot.
400幾啊？
你一個人住？一個人住？
四寸400幾啊？這較貴。
So she speaks a different dialect.
Oh,
So
okay.
she speaks something called.
較俗，紅牌較俗，這也貴。
She says it's very small and it's very expensive.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know.
Okay.
She speaks a very different dialect. So she speaks something called Hokkien,
Hokkien. Okay.
which is very different to Cantonese.
Yes.
姐姐，你嚟咗香港幾耐啊？
我也對你咯，我冇有。
Oh, okay.
我冇讀書啊。
So we're having difficulty understanding each
Each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked her how long she's been in Hong Kong, and she
冇讀
said
書啊。
she's yeah. I think she said she used to row. She used to row like a boat.
Yeah.
I think that's what she said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
冇讀書啊，冇讀書，唔識字啊，冇讀書。
She doesn't know how to read and write.
Yeah.
So I think she's trying to say to us that she has been doing like physical manual labor jobs
For a long time.
for a long time.
Wow.
我勞動詞
Different dialects, you know. I haven't been able to get in the building. The contact person I had here does not respond. So guys, I'm sorry, but I won't be able to take you inside the monster building, unfortunately. They're very afraid to talk to cameras here, and I'm lucky that I even have someone that can help me right now. Most people are afraid. If you watch the news, what's going on here right now?
She's got
It's
five
been-
kids.
Five
she's
kids.
got 5 kids. 你喺大陸落嚟嘅。
係大陸
So
嚟啊。
she took 5 kids from China to here
Yeah.
for a better life.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think she's quite upset now.
Yeah.
姐姐冇嘢
謝
嘅。
謝啊，
係啊係。你而家嗰5個仔女喺邊度啊？ So she's got 5 kids. Some are in Hong Kong.
Yes.
Some are still in mainland China. They've
Yeah.
gone back to mainland China.
Okay.
Okay.
啲大陸
大陸 is mainland China.
Mainland.
香港啊有啊，
哦
大陸啊有啊，
咁你先生？
冇咯。
Oh, her husband passed away some
Oh,
time ago.
I'm so
now.
sorry. Yeah. So the 5 kids are still here, or are they gone now?
No. 5 kids. Some are in Hong Kong. Some are in China.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
唔該你啊，姐姐。OK，唔該晒，拜拜。
Thank you.
Bye
Thank
bye
you.
no,
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Unfortunately, my time here is not working like I expected. So I'm leaving now this area, the monster building area. Most people here are not comfortable talking on camera, so I was not able to get the footage I wanted. But the one thing I get from here is that despite what it looks, it is very expensive to live here. You're talking to close to $500,000 to own a tiny unit here. So I'm continuing my exploration. To the public housing area, you will see where most of the residents from the city of Hong Kong actually live. So this is the amazing Hong Kong metro station, and I have to tell you guys, this is not a very camera friendly place, so most people do not want to be talked to. So I'm going to bring you the footage that I can. tired out here. Man, but it's good to be able to ride the metro. It's certainly cheaper than riding around in Ubers left and right everywhere. So, yes, there's names in English as well if you're watching this and wondering, can you find your way? It's not as intimidating as the one in Paris. The lines actually make sense to me. So gonna switch trains and hop into the Green Line.
The train to Vermont is arriving.
So here guys, I'm at the metro station called Tin Hau, which means rainbow in English. And I'm here to show you guys where the average person lives here in Hong Kong. So far it's been difficult and tough, you know, to get a perspective from people directly on camera, but it is what it is. It's really tough. Hong Kong right now, people have a lack of trust among people. They look very, like, they're suspicious when they see a camera. After what happened here in 2019, I can say there's a tremendous amount of lack of trust. And you can go all day without seeing a tourist, as you can see around me. So guys, housing is very expensive here. It's not due to the lack of land, it's due to the lack of construction, which is a puzzle why they don't just build more.
Hong Kong holds the dubious title of one of the world's least affordable cities when it comes to housing.
With the kind of prosperity that we enjoy, with such high GDP per capita, it is unacceptable and intolerable how Hong Kong people are living right now.
So these are subsidized housing here. There's so many of them, and there are so many people here.
You've got nice cars there.
But you have very nice cars in the parking lot, you know? Wow. Mercedes right here, Volkswagen, and Audi right there. So it's not like, wow, another Audi.
You've got BMWs over there.
BMW, yeah, just right there, a BM. So it's not like people don't have money. But the price of housing is just astronomical. A nice Lexus. Oh wow. All right. So you see what's going on. You get the idea. A lot of name brand vehicles, despite people not being able to afford where they live. Kind of reminds you of the same problem we have in the US with subsidized housing. The Rainbow Estate in Hong Kong. So guys, as we are heading towards the second community, I must mention a couple of points. The housing and urban development in the United States indicates that roughly about 2.7% of Americans are relying on subsidized housing. In Hong Kong, contrary to the United States, you have various figures, but all of them indicate a major crisis. Some will indicate that about 37% of the population. Others will say about 42%. Some of my research has even led to me finding a number as high as 53% of the residents of Hong Kong who rely heavily on subsidized housing. And these are not people who are either disabled or not gainfully employed. No, they actually have jobs for the most part. However, the prices are so high that they just cannot afford better living conditions. As a result, they have to rely on the government in order to find a place to stay. You need to save, and this is people that are living as a couple, for about 10 to 15 years, your entire pay, which is impossible, in order to actually purchase a place in Hong Kong. Which, think about it, with all the bills and everything people have to do, is damn near mission impossible. So housing is a major issue here in Hong Kong.
So you see, just want to emphasize how massive these buildings are. You got this one on my left, it's huge. I don't even want to guess how many units are there. Look at this one. Then they have the basketball court. You got a little smaller building here. Then you have that other massive building over there. Just humongous, guys. Housing here is one of the things that just shocks me. It's just the way people live here in this massive, tiny unit. I really wish I could get inside and show you guys more. I really wish. Hong Kong is a crazy place. It is not a portion of the population. It is not just some people. It is the majority of the residents who actually live in these quarters. That's one thing I really want to point out. In the US, you have some people, the minority of people who live in government housing, and here is a contrast. It's most people who actually do live in government housing. It is it's unreal how expensive it is to own anything here.
While we are saying that we lack land supply for public housing, we continue to sell land parcels to developers, and they continue to build luxurious housing. So it is not that we lack land supply. We have carved a good size of land supply for private market. And when it comes to land for public housing, the government seems to be dragging its feet.
It was damn near impossible to get into the monster building. And here, this is government, so it's even harder to get into. If you don't know anyone, you can't get inside, which that's the challenge we have here. So guys, just a reminder, this is Tin Hau, which is a very colorful area, mostly because of the color here on these basketball courts. But all around us is the largest housing estate here in Hong Kong. And as you can see, a lot of tourists come out here to take their pictures and things of that nature. But what's actually around us is the grim reminder of the housing crisis that Hong Kong actually goes through right now, where most people can actually afford a place to live and rely heavily on subsidized housing. And these units are very small. I really wish I could show you guys, but this is the best I can do from here, is to basically show you what's going on. All of these buildings. What is, for some, just a photo opportunity, for others is actually a very serious trend in this city that for some reason refuses to continue to build. So this is what happens when you have a growing population that has to continue to make ends meet with very limited housing opportunities. Just this massive crammed building. This is Hong Kong. So guys, I'm leaving the Rainbow area and now heading to Temple Street. Temple Street is the last area to be gentrified in Hong Kong. It's a little bit of a shady area at night, but during the day I should be okay. So that's the other place I'm going to show you. I'm trying to avoid the major tourist hotspots because you've seen the pictures before of the big Buddha and all the other sites that Hong Kong has around here. So I'm going to show you something a little bit different on the local level. So let's go to Temple Street. So guys, we are in Nathan Road, which is the main artery here to this location I'm going to show you shortly. Wow.
Okay, it's really busy.
So guys, we are now in Kowloon. Guys, just the way people live in Hong Kong, that is the one thing that I'm particularly fascinated by, is the housing, the buildings out here. Everywhere you look, you know, it's just very colorful. Look, you go from pink to green to white to a dark brown to yellow and orange mix, and this. And one thing that is clear is the lack of space. The way people are just stacked together in this like, look. So guys, right there is the newer apartment buildings, and here the cost is about $1 million US. Believe it or not, $1 million US to stay in one of these. And here, about $500,000. That's the dichotomy of Hong Kong. It's just the contrast right in your face, man. Newer meets old, right next door. But the most shocking thing is the price. $1 million USD. And you get to live in a building like this. Hong Kong is something else, guys. Woo! Woo-hoo!
So if there's one name I want you to remember from this visit that's about to take place in the temple, is the goddess of heaven by the name of Tin Hau. And I apologize to my Mandarin speakers if I'm butchering the name. So this is basically a saint, and her powers and her position within the Buddhist faith has increased more and more and more over the years. See, when Hong Kong was getting established, when it was still under British rule, many people left mainland China for Hong Kong in order to make money in the fishing business. And fishermen need protection from the water. So this is basically the goddess of the water. Hong Kong being a fishing community, they were particularly attracted to this goddess. So her powers have increased more and more over the years. And today in Hong Kong, close to 80% of their temples are dedicated to Tin Hau, who is, again, the goddess of the heaven, mostly associated with the power over the ocean. So in Hong Kong, you are never far away from the sea. So as a result, you're never far away from this goddess. So I wanted to personally go in there and pay my respect to Tin Hau. I must also mention that Tin Hau was not originally from Hong Kong. She's from a very specific part of mainland China, but given the role that she has played in Hong Kong being previously a huge fisherman community, she has been fully embraced. And people say, if you don't know Tin Hau, you don't know Hong Kong.
This is the Chinese flag, isn't it?
Yep.
Just a little reminder where you are. Temple Street, Temple Street. So guys, this is Temple Street. Looks like the market is already closing or closed.
It's just about opening.
Oh, it's about to open, all right. And just a reminder, that's the Chinese flag you see everywhere. Everywhere. That's everything, underwear, electronics, food, everything. Belts. And housing right on top of this. I'm assuming it's not very quiet out here at night, given all the traffic.
This is Canton Road. Now we're 505 Canton Road. That's 505. So where's the bus?
Does it embarrass you that there are parking spots for sale for $600,000 in Hong Kong?
Yes, I have heard some more expensive case also. Some car parking came up to 1 million or over 1 million Hong Kong dollars. That is ridiculous. I think it is the most expensive in the world.